I mean, that's not fun. I was talking to an agent last week and we kind of got going on the topic of how to kind of find the discipline or the dedication within the things that you need to do to be successful at marketing your agency. And I thought about it and I was like, wow, I've never really necessarily been asked this question in this particular way before. And I just I thought about it. Thought, well, let's do 3 things that I think might help you create that discipline or that dedication to the marketing so it actually gets done. And I don't talk about this much. Ryan's been on a kick a little bit from a previous vlog that, I mean, has everybody apparently taking cold showers now.
Number 4, and this is where things start to get really weird. Take a cold shower. 60 seconds. Do a regular shower, and the last 60 seconds of your shower, turn it as cold as it can go and just stand in that shower.
So that's good. But Ryan obviously attributes his, some of his competitive edge to kind of putting in a little extra work when it comes to his physical health and well-being, and the dedication that it takes to pull that off is something that I think can and should bleed over into other areas of your life. If you've got that under control, if it's locked down and you know how to maintain and manage those things, then I think a lot of things become a lot easier. But that is at the core of how do you create that discipline. It's, yeah, man, I definitely did not, which you couldn't tell from that shot, that's uphill slightly. I did not want to be out there doing like sprints. It was like 85 degrees at ridiculously early in the morning, and it's not even June. So I mean, that's not something I wanted to be doing, but I know that if I don't, then that's just one small step to kind of falling off, not having that edge, and it's doing the work that you don't necessarily want to do. And I've even struggled with that a little bit personally. I'm very good at getting started on something and not stopping, and altering the course is something that I definitely struggle with. There's definitely work that it's not my favorite thing to do. It's not, if I had to sit down and do this thing, maybe like a video, maybe like writing a blog post, or finding something like that. I struggle with it to kind of make room for the things. Got the things that you're doing in your agency that there is not room, like there physically is not room for you to do the thing that you maybe want to do or have been, think that you should be doing. Whatever the thing is, it's just there's no room, and finding room to make that happen is challenging. If I'm just drawing parallels to kind of figuring out ways to kind of maintain the health and the discipline there in that sort of kind of physical space, finding a repeatable, kind of framework, right? A time frame that works best, whether it's first thing in the morning, whether, something that triggers the action, right? That's something that allows you to create the routine. So it's like saying, all right, this happened, now this can happen. Basically kind of training yourself, but just understanding that, there's going to be times that you don't want to do this thing, but that if you do, you will feel that much better, at the end of the day, 2 hours from now, 6 weeks from now. It's just a matter of doing it consistently enough to see the benefits. I was thinking the next one has to be creativity. It's way too bright. Hold on. You have to be okay and embrace the creativity. It's in this creativity that you're gonna find a reason to keep doing it, right? You're gonna find some enjoyment in that work that is tough, that you have to show up for, that you don't want to do because it's not fun, right? It's allowing yourself to imagine something different, to kind of double down on it, but not get carried away with it. And that's the tough part, right? Because you don't want to always just do something that is creative. You also have to be able to push yourself and do the thing that isn't necessarily the most enjoyable right away. But if you can find a way to kind of channel that creativity and kind of enjoy it and do something that you are ultimately proud of, it's going to create a feedback loop for you that makes you want to do it again. I need to go buy an avocado. or a couple. That was fun. But that's not the hardest part. The hardest part is trust. You have to trust that if you show up every day, that if you do the thing, that if you are disciplined, you do the work that you don't necessarily want to do, that'll actually make a difference. That every piece of content that you put out, every single thing that you create, is going to have impact. It's going to have purpose. It's actually going to move you closer to where you want to go. You have to be patient. You have to wait. You have to trust that it is going to go somewhere. You have to trust that you will figure it out. You'll figure it out because there is no alternative, right? You'll try, you'll fail, you'll test, you'll learn, you'll adjust, you'll keep making changes until you actually do it. But you have to trust that you're on the right path. You have to trust that you're doing the right thing. And that's the key to marketing dedication. If you can't trust, if you can't be creative, if you can't do the work, that isn't always easy. You have to trust.